Stream of the Dungeons and the Dragons.
I should probably turn off my music.
Yeah, that might help. I'm joined here by DJ, who's going to be joining me and doing a thing. Um,
Probably stabbing people, honestly.
yeah, there's probably gonna be some stabbing people, though I don't know if that'll happen exactly at the beginning of the story. So let's see, I actually have a name list. Actually, let me check. Okay, yeah, it's doing the layering right. So if y'all are wondering what's on the background here, it's MS Paint. So I can sit here and be like, So this is the map of DJ's adventures, and this is the donkey, and this is something, and I don't even
I
know.
already
There.
forgot what I named
That's
my donkey.
that's yeah. That right there is your adventures.
Wilfred. Wilfred is the donkey.
Oh, right. Okay, that's good to note. Actually, do you mind, since I'm not going to be showing it in stream, do you mind if I link your... Oh, wait, I can't really directly link it. Darn it. Never mind. I was
Lol.
considering I might link your character sheet to the, chat so everyone can see your character and be like, this is interesting information here.
Make it like a sub thing, like a sub window, and then scooch the main window over and then put it as like a sidebar.
I don't exactly know how to do that with Twitch.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
wait, I think I might know how to do that with Twitch. Let me just
Oh, good.
scene, add scene, whatever. Oh, no, that's how I meant to do it all. Okay, how do we remove that? That doesn't exist.
Everything exists.
Yeah, this, honestly, I'm not, like, the best of figures. I mean, honestly, obviously, all I usually do is, like, games with Twitch. I haven't gotten around to doing, like, horror games on Twitch or anything, because the last horror game I wanted to do didn't really work, because, you know, it was a PS2, and those emulators suck.
Emulators are shit. I hate all of them.
Do you?
No.
Okay.
I hate
I,
some
I,
of them.
yeah, I hate the ones for, like, the newer consoles, like, not the Super, but, you know, like, the PS2 and GameCube and ones.
So you mean the
Like,
ones that don't work?
exactly.
And
The
no, Cup. I just sent him to. I sent it to him directly.
window
It's
count.
literally we had to like I had to screenshot the page in the book, put it into Paint, edit it in Paint, save it, and send it to him. So no, it's not posted on the internet.
Yeah. I could actually technically, like, if I can't get this to work, I could technically post it on the internet via Imager or something. But I'm gonna see if I can get this to work. Let's see.
Just be
Elaine.
good at life.
Yeah. How do you say your character's name again, by the way? I feel like I'm fucking it up, but I want to check on
Elaine Hart is my character.
that. Okay. Yeah, apparently it doesn't like this whole using yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't like using that type of file. I'm not really sure why. Can't get it to show up. Alright, so we'll just do that thing that I mentioned where I'll shove it through Imager and link it to chat.
Racism. Racism about.
Well, yeah, sorry about that. This thing is probably gonna be a bit slow starting, but in the meantime, while it is being slow starting, for you and the sake of the chat, I'll drop a few names. Okay, so, forget, great, now I forgot to look up exactly what they're called, but I believe they would be called barons, right? They, like, you know, people who own, like, a part of the thing, like, the kingdom, but not, like, the entire kingdom.
Yes,
Yeah,
Baron.
okay.
They rule baronies, which are just like kind of like states or counties.
Right, right. Okay. Yes. So, you know, you've obviously served your kingdom in general through the through the wars because of the war. But yeah. Then At this point in time, you're a loyal knight under the Baron of Alexander Greycastle. And
Whoa,
yeah.
Alex. I don't want to be his knight. He's a scrub.
God damn, I didn't think about that. I saw Alexander. I'm like, that's a pretty relevant name.
It's
Alexander
not.
was a
It's not a
cool
relevant
guy.
name.
But there's Alexander the Great who went around and did stuff.
Did he though?
I
He
think
did stuff for like 2 years and then died.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're a good knight, maybe this guy will do stuff for more than 2 years before he dies. I don't
Oh,
know.
yep, maybe so. I just realized, by the way, before we continue with the names, I'm a knight who rides a donkey. How made fun of am I in the royal courts? Like when I walk in, do people just point and laugh?
Well, you're still a knight and you have a sword and stuff, so they probably don't really do that. But you
The other
know,
knights probably do.
the other knights might a bit, but you know, I'm going to go ahead and say I think that like cavalry knights aren't really as you know, common, and probably more so you've recently been more like in the area of the kingdom, so you haven't really needed a horse. And you did mention you're recently knighted, so except for the wars you've been in, you probably haven't been like, you know, you probably haven't spent much of your knighthood going out and questing. Probably been, you know, hanging out and, you know, protecting the town and whatnot.
Yep, like a boss.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I'll just do main character sheet. Boop. Here, guys, go. Let's see if it, yeah, there we go. That should link it fine.
Wow, sharing my personal information with the world. Wow.
I just realized it did, randomly, actually, that's weird. Why did it randomly decide to, like, start showing that, instead of the MS Paint screen that I have? Hey, window capture thingy. God damn it. Oh, it's just showing Skype. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. Look at the tic-tac-toe, it's amazing.
What? Tic-tac-toe? I want to be involved in this.
Oh. I should probably take that down for the sake of actually building maps, but I'll do that in a sec. Let's see. So anyways, aside from the fact that, you know, Alex is a terrible person, I'm still not really planning on changing the name of your king because, I don't know.
That's fine.
Yeah, your Baron, I'm sorry. Yes, Baron Alexander Greycastle. He's pretty relevant, and, yeah. And then the, king, the aging and, at this point, rather decrepit king, though, he's, you know, he was generally known as a great and kindly king, but he's, you know, he's kind of getting old to rule, and his name is Edward, Tallstag.
Tall stag. That's an interesting name. King
Yeah.
Edward.
Yeah.
Is
King
that the vampire or the werewolf?
I'm pretty sure he's neither. Or maybe for all you know, he's actually like a lich.
Oh, that would be well. In that case, he's probably never going to relinquish his throne. But I was kind of looking forward to a sparkly king. I think that would have been pretty cool. But I don't think sparkly vampires grow old, so it doesn't work.
Nah, it doesn't really. And yeah, to be fair, he wouldn't really ever give up his throne if he was a lich, no. But I was obviously joking. Let's see, where's the actual, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, I need to get up the D&D dice roller. In case, you know, I need to roll the dice. Yeah, unfortunately I can't really easily, record just absolutely everything I'm doing as far as I can tell. Because otherwise I'd probably definitely have the dice roller up, because that's a good visual of what I'm, doing, even the hidden rolls. Then again, sometimes I randomly just click like something like the D100 and I'm like, oh, 26.
26. I don't know what that means, but damn.
Yeah, exactly. That's a pretty common thing to happen in D&D. Okay. So anyways, I think we have everything actually set up, so I should probably begin the story. So yes. Today is, it's today generally had been a day like any other. I mean, it's pretty early in the morning to be fair, but so as you were, actually, I'm trying to think how knights would night. So you'd probably like report to the castle or something, anyways, right?
Um, Question. Am
Yeah.
I a landed or unlanded knight? So do I own property or do I live in the sewer, basically?
I'm going to say you're a landed knight.
Okay. In that
You've been
case,
in the war and you're like, decently you're a decently well known knight. You're not the richest, but you're not like poor.
me and my donkey aren't the richest people. In that case, I'd probably get all my information through like couriers and things like that, and my dog's barking. So pause.
Okay. I
But of
can't.
course, I have wireless headphones, so continue the story.
Okay, yeah. Sounds reasonable. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I need to actually leave the chat up. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, your well, couriers make sense. Say you're about to begin your day, whatever the normal day of Sir. Oh, now I need to open your character sheet again and look at your name. Actually, I need to keep that open. Where is it? Here it is. Yes. Oh, so you're about to begin another day in the life of Elaine Hart, and yeah, before you get out the door, as you're about to leave, there's a knocking at said door.
Hmm. If I didn't have meta, I would not know who it is. But because I know we were just talking about couriers, I will answer the door for said courier.
Sounds reasonable. Um, except for the fact that it's not. No, I'm just. Yes, it is a courier. And he yeah, he's like, Sir Hart, I have a message from you from the Baron, and couriers just like deliver the messages. I don't speak out the message. I think.
Nah, they
No.
just like send you the parchment and then fuck off.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he just hands you like the scroll, and then just like, fucks off to deliver more messages or whatever.
I don't think musical telegram was very common in the medieval ages.
But a singing telegram is like the best.
It is the best. So,
But
I will read this parchment. What does it say?
all right, so
I
yeah.
assume it doesn't explode in my face.
No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't sign like your mission if you choose to accept it. It's just like it's just like it's literally just a summons. It's a summons from the Baron, who's like, I have a very very important matter to tell you, and I'd rather I can't tell you this in person.
Hmm.
It's pretty relevant, so you should report to the castle as soon as possible.
Well, today is the day that I am set to die. How far away am I from the castle? Am I landed in the city or out the city? Like, can I walk to the castle?
Yeah, you can walk to the castle.
Okay, perfect. All right, then I will not take Wilfred the donkey. He shall
Okay.
stay behind.
That's
Um,
reasonable.
Because I am going to be seen in public with the Baron, I suppose I will don my gleaming chainmail armor and sheath my sword and whatnot and take it with me, rather than just going in random clothes.
Yeah, that's reasonable. As accordance with some of the new rules of D&D, this takes a bit of time. I think for your heavier armor, that's like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to put my armor on.
But obviously you're just like in your house and stuff, so there's nothing really. Yeah, there's obviously nothing that happens. You just like don your armor, and it looks as shining and gleaming as ever. Because I'm pretty sure, as a knight, one of your duties is to keep your armor, shiny and spotless and awesome looking. So if you can see in the distance and be like, it's it's a knight of this barony or kingdom or whatever.
I can tell because it's like a fucking lighthouse. I don't think I'll take my pike from my days in the military. I think I'm just gonna take my sword.
Okay, that's reasonable. Yeah.
I don't want to like bonk my pike on like a doorway or something. Might be a bit awkward.
That would be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it be? Alright, that is perfectly fine. You proceed to take your armor and your sword and whatnot, but yeah, you don't take your pike, and so you set off on the epic adventure to the castle, which, I know, I should actually try to draw the town, which is going to be bad, by the way, guys. But this is kind of, sort of, not really what the town looks like. I'm, as you can tell, I'm the best at drawing.
It looks like an upside down face currently.
It does kind of look
with really fucked up teeth.
uh,
I can't unsee it now. God damn it.
Those are best starts. Let's see, and yeah. I'll say that's basically what the town looks like for the time being. It's probably like the worst built town ever, but yeah.
I'm just gonna like let my air conditioner go and just point it away from my mic because it's fucking hot today.
Okay, that's reasonable. I mean, that's pretty much constantly what I do with like my fan. I just have it on, but not pointed at my mic. So no. So
all right.
I'm doing that.
So
thing
yeah. So this town has two exits.
Yeah, it has two exits. I think I'll draw on a few more buildings. It has like several houses and some stores and whatnot.
So it's a decent sized town.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly it has a castle, I imagine, or a keep rather.
That's all. That's the S. God damn it! I can't even draw S's anymore.
Wow.
Oh, I blame S paint. It's not very good at life. Okay, those are basically the stores, and then yeah. Okay, so anyways, yeah, you get to the castle, and you're hailed by the guards and whatnot. Let's see. So I mean, I don't really have any reason to assume you go and have any extra stops, but yeah, I'll make sure.
No.
Like,
I mean, he said as soon as possible. So,
right,
what's his name,
right.
by the way? The guy, the Baron dude, Alexander what?
Let's see.
Grey Castle.
Yeah, Alexander Grey Castle.
All right, I just wanted to write that down so I could just remember it.
Right.
So, you said there's like a dude that stops me or some shit?
Oh no, there's just the Yeah, green suit. I mean, it's D&D. It doesn't like it doesn't get going that fast, especially with me involved. It's a bit of a process, okay, especially when I can't talk. Bit of a process, but no, no one actually stops you because you're a knight and you're like recognized by the guards. So they just salute you on your way
Oh, good. I was gonna pimp slap somebody.
in. uh, so yeah, as you're saluted by the guards to the royal you know, I forget exactly what they call them. But it's the royal chamber where the duke would meet with people, and so that's what he's doing now. And yeah, so you head in, and as requested by him, the guards fuck off a little farther than they usually do, because usually they kind of hang out and make sure that people don't want to kill the duke. I mean
The Baron.
Baron, Duke.
You're
Baron.
right.
Yeah.
And this is where their first mistake begins because I killed the Baron. No, just kidding.
uh, yeah. So
Yes.
the Baron. Yeah.
I suppose I'll approach Sir Baron Dude Bro, and I'll do whatever is customary in this kingdom. Perhaps taking a knee and bowing.
Um, I'm trying to think. I think that I honestly think you just probably salute him. You know.
Yeah, because this seems like a more military country. So yes, I will salute said Baron man.
Okay. He nods so you can stop soon. He's like, ah yes, my good night. Laidhart.
Good morning.
Huh?
He said my good night, and I said good morning.
uh like what? Oh yes, yes. Anyways, I have an important task for thee. As as you're probably unaware, there's recently been a problem with the kingdom's being so being streaming this makes me so much more nervous. I like normally I'm not nervous for streams, but dungeon mastering is a lot different than just playing a game.
Yeah, it takes a lot of concentration. Just pretend they're all in their underwear.
Sounds reasonable. And that's yeah, so that makes sense. So green suit and cup, you guys are probably in your underwear. And if you actually are, then don't mention stream. I don't really.
How
Don't
shameful.
know. How shameful. Go put on some pants, sir. No, but,
And whatever you do, don't wear shorts.
Yeah, the shorts kid is the worst. But okay, so yeah, he's like, there is an issue with the castle's treasury. Yeah, so he kind of seems to be a bit, he always looks concerned and a bit in thought, and he of course, there's not really much else to say at the moment, so he continues, and he's like, so yes, the recently the treasury has been being raided by a mysterious source. We've posted guard. At one point I posted about half the castle's guard, and none of them saw anything. But there's still treasure slowly disappearing from the treasury. This is rather concerning, and at this rate, the town might be in trouble. So, as my most trusted knight, I would like you to investigate this matter. We don't know much, but I'm assuming it's probably some source of magic, so, you might want to be cautious.
Very well, sir. I will look into this matter immediately.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can do?
Vern shakes his hand. He's like, no, the matter is supposed to be kept generally private, aside from inside the castle. But the guards have already been informed that you're allowed to move throughout that area freely. So feel free to head to the treasury or wherever you think is relevant.
I'm going to head to the Baroness's bedroom because I feel this is important if I'm investing. No. Um, I will salute my Baron,
Uh,
because I have one thing that I have to ask to confirm, and if it is confirmed, I know where I'm going next. Is there a court wizard?
I Oh yeah, no. He shakes his head and he's like, oh wait, I guess you don't. You already know that. So no, there is a court wizard. As you guess, this place is a little more military, and though the setting to this universe isn't any really like it's not really a low magic setting or anything. I'd say this town isn't really like they're allied with the dwarves, and as you guessed, and there's neither the humans of this area nor the dwarves of this area are particularly magic, known for their magic. So there's wizards are a little rare, at least in this in this general kingdom area. So there's a court wizard.
All right. I have a couple other things I have in mind, so I will, like I said, salute, dude, bro. Fuck off. I'm not gonna. Well, okay. I'll go to the treasury because I guess the first step in any investigation is to look at the crime scene. So I'll head to the treasury.
Right.
I'll take a guard that looks like he's falling asleep, and I'll be like, "You're coming with me."
Alright. A guard that looks like he's falling asleep. Well,
One that's guarding like a very low impact area, like a very
Yeah.
unimportant place.
Yeah, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you find one of the guards who's just kind of like patrolling a, hallway, and obviously, like, it's a hallway to a relevant place, but obviously there's already guards at the door and stuff, so, there's not really he doesn't really see like much in the way of action or even like people like going and coming from the castle that often. So yeah, he's kind of just like walking around, and he looks like if he wasn't walking, he probably would be asleep.
Good. Perfect. So he is coming with me. He's going to be my assistant for as long as I'm investigating in this place, just so I don't get ambushed by a magical dwarven rogue wizard.
Ah, sounds reasonable. Yeah, so he's like sure thing, and his let's see. I should leave up the name generator for you know for those times when random nights become relevant. Let's see. Yeah, his name is Doyle.
Doyle. That's a wonderful name for a random fucking guard.
Yep.
All right, all right. I almost called him Goyle. All right, Doyle. Well, we're going to the treasury. Touch anything, and I'll cut your hand off myself.
He salutes and he's like, "Yes, sir," and he proceeds to follow you to said treasury, and obviously your thing was rather eventful. You just keep like you passing guards happen and they salute you, and the castle's pretty big, but it's not super big, so you know it doesn't take you too long to get to the treasury. And once you get to the treasury, you head in, and you're saluted, and there's just at first glance there's nothing significant except for the fact that indeed, though you haven't seen the treasury, it does look a little a little bare for a treasury. It's still more money than a lot of well, it's still a decent batch of gold, but it's not like I guess basically what I'm saying is it's already looking like it probably wouldn't be enough to hold the town afloat for like ever.
Much longer. Yeah.
Right.
Look up. How high is the ceiling?
Oh, okay. Um, You look up, and I would say the ceiling raises a good, I don't know, 20, 30 feet above you.
Okay. Are there any windows?
No, there's no windows to the treasury. It's just
Are there any rafters?
rafters.
Like support beams and things like that.
Yeah, I'd say there's some rafters up there.
Okay. Um, Doyle, he's
Mm,
going to my house and he's going to get my backpack.
right.
It should already be pre-packed in the event. It's like a bug out kit. I want him to get my backpack and bring it back here, and I'm going to investigate the room.
Alright. Sounds reasonable. So you give him the order and he salutes and he's like, "Yes, sir." And, he immediately, like, fucks off. Actually looking a bit excited probably because this is the most interesting thing he's done on the job since he got here. Um,
Ooh.
Considering he's like some random ass guard who, is guarding dumb. He's basically one of the low ranking guards. I guess is what I'm claiming. So he doesn't
All right.
do much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he's excited, so he fucks off and yeah. If you don't do anything in the meantime,
I'm just gonna like walk around the place, like if I see piles of gold, like shift my foot through them in the event there's like maybe a trapdoor under them, just like shift around the treasure and the gold, look around the walls, look on the floor. Any rugs or tapestries or anything movable on the ground, I'll lift up to see if there's anything underneath them or behind the walls. I'll try and shift around any furniture on the sides, like if there's any like shelves or anything, I'll try and move them in the event they're hiding something.
alright,
And I will take a small break, like a 2-minute break, because I gotta check on something in real life, and then I'll be back.
alright, no problem. Oh well, so I actually have a, thing, but Doyle sounds expensive. Oh, no, he sounds pretty expendable. Yeah, I don't believe it is a smog. But, I mean, yeah, Doyle might be expendable. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Doyle will turn out to be the true savior of the world. Anyways, I'm going to actually, since DJ did the be right back thing, I will probably do that as well. But, let's see. I can't really think of anything relevant to link. Yeah, I'll just do that. So hopefully this doesn't move too slow. I'm claiming I'm the best DM, but hopefully I'm all right at life and DMing and stuff. I'll return soon.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hello? Oh my god, he's gone too. It's just me. So, how's everybody doing? Are you guys prepared for adventure like I am? And I sure as hell hope it's not going to become Phoenix Wright. So, what does everybody think? Who do you think the culprit is that's stealing the money from the royal treasury or the sub-royal treasury? It probably is Doyle. It has to be. Random guard patrolling the other side of the castle. It's got to be him. Surely it's not. I think I'd know if it was me. Yeah. There we go. Green's gonna be mad that you looked at his notes. Is there a new juice bar opening up in the castle? If so, I want to go there. It's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna head to the juice bar. I have a suspicion, personally, that it's not someone at the castle, but it's someone who frequents the castle. Maybe a noble of the city or something, or like a wealthy businessman. In the event you guys didn't look at the character sheet, you'll know that my character speaks Dwarvish. So it also might be a dwarf that's doing it. If he worked that into the setting somehow. She's coming. Don't tell him about the bad things we've been telling about him to each other. Don't tell him. With this squeaky chair.
Yeah, I'm back. Let's
Whoa.
see. Sorry about that. Okay. So, yes, you did the thing where you did a search, and you basically rolled a, crit or just about. So, yeah, as you are, searching around, kind of, feeling the walls and poking at stuff and whatnot, you, at one point, you tap against a stone, and it's a bit odd, and, you try giving it a slight push, and, it doesn't seem to, the stone actually, like, you know, goes into the wall a bit, like if it was some sort of button or something. Though as far as you can tell, it doesn't really do anything. Though as soon as you press it, it does kind of, move back out of the wall slightly.
Suspicious. Look around. Did it change anything?
Let's see. You look around and... Oh, that you're looking? Let me, you need to double check your stat on such things. This would be, I believe, investigation. Actually, I have a skill directly for that. Okay.
Intense. So I just get a 1 bonus to it.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Is there a set solution? Oh.
Yeah, Green wrote this campaign out starting a couple days ago when I made my character. So
Right.
yeah,
Exactly.
there's a set solution, but there's not a set way I have to go about finding it.
Right. Exactly. Which is I think what makes D&D easy. There's kind of a set thing that's there's a set main event, but as far as how that comes to be, that's that's very up to the player. I mean, for all I know, DJ could have fucked off and went to the bar and say, I drink orange juice until something happens, which wouldn't be a very good way to solve the adventure, but, he could try
I
that.
could do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack that dog if it keeps barking.
Mm.
I don't know if it's hearable in my mic, but whatever. So yes.
Not useful, but yeah. Alright, so, you search around a bit more, and, let's see. Yeah, you seem to be having trouble finding any further leads just poking around the wall. But finally, the guy who you sent out returns. Doyle.
Oh, Doyle.
Returns with your pack.
Awesome. I will take it. I will thank him. So it's kind of pointless now that I found the button. So I'm not gonna tell him that, but yeah, I have no real need for it anyway. Okay. I'll continue with my original line of thought, just in case it works out. I'm gonna open my pack and I'm gonna take out my rope and my grappling hook that I bought, and I'm gonna obviously connect them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to use my super intense, like almost 20 strength, to try and throw the grappling hook to catch onto one of the raptors, and I'm gonna test it to see if it can hold my weight.
Yeah, sure. Alright, you can do that, pretty easily. Let's see, I will go ahead and... Oop. Let's see. So yeah, you toss it, and though you don't toss it at like full strength or anything, you're pretty fucking strong. So you really easily toss it up there and give it a once it's properly set, you give it a small yank, and let's see, the yeah, the rafters seem fairly steady. You think though it'd be a bit precarious to actually like be on one of them. You think they'd actually hold your weight.
Okay, I'm going to use my athletics skill to climb up to the rafters. In case anyone is wondering why I'm doing this, I have a suspicion that someone is entering this place from the roof.
Hmm.
Which is why I said the button thing kind of invalidates that theory because there's a button.
uh, Alright, well, regardless, you use your athletics to fairly easily, once again, it's pretty easy. I mean, I can't give all of the examples, but for those who don't know exactly how, D&D works, for most things, that aren't combat related, and even combat, though we'll get into that more when it happens. For most things that aren't combat related, you roll a d20, plus the number of whatever one of your checks are. So a thing like athletics, DJ has it trained, which as far as I know, if it's I believe that's still a +5, right? It's
Now,
just
it gives the number that is my proficiency bonus at the top.
Oh,
So
okay,
currently
so it's
it's
actually
+2.
not. Okay, so yeah, I was wrong. It's not as big, but it's still a pretty massive bonus. Because though that's actually interesting. So they kind of early game they nerfed how ridiculously good that is.
Yeah. And it also gives the bonus from your
From
governing attribute, so
right,
+4 because of strength.
right, I know. So it's still like overall athletics is still a pretty great boost. I mean, he has a +6 to any athletics roll, which means I roll a d20, which is just a dice with 20 sides, and then it can be anywhere between 1 and 20, and then I add a +6 to that. And the result is that. So, well, for this roll, it's athletics. It's not like it needs to be hidden, though some of the rolls I do will be hidden. It's athletics. So, DJ rolled a 14, plus the 6 means he rolled a 20. Natural 20s are crits. Just getting a 20 from bonuses doesn't give you a crit, but that 20 is still pretty good. For anything this point in the game, a 20 is pretty much an auto success. I mean, there's not much with an AC, there's not really much you can do unless you do something so, like, I'm going to try and push the castle.
I could probably if I tried hard enough.
Perhaps. Uh,
So, I assume I make it to the top without the rafters exploding and crushing the castle on top of me.
yeah, you make it to the top with no problem, and, so yeah, you're on the rafter.
Investigate around on the ceiling and around like the walls around here. I'm wearing heavy ass armor, so I don't want to move a lot. But I want to just take a look around and see if I can see any like holes cut in the ceiling or things like that.
Let's see. Let me, I have a few things open, so sometimes let's see. Alright, as far as anything like holes cut in the ceiling, or, you don't exactly see that. But, you're getting really lucky on your investigation rolls.
Like a
So,
boss.
you, on the same side as you, found the other button, you, up here you see a, another part of the wall, and this one looks like it's much more used, and you can actually very barely see the scratches where the stone's been hitting the, other stones. It's clear that this stone's basically been moved a lot.
How close am I to it?
Let's see. You're pretty close. Yeah, it does. Moving up on these rafters, like, it's difficult, but it's not that difficult. I don't think it's, I don't know, unless you decide to, like, stand up and, like, I don't know,
Dance.
dance, or, yeah, exactly. I think unless you do that, chances are you're probably not gonna fall off.
I shall approach the button then.
Alright. Yeah, let's make sure you don't roll something like a 1. No, you're like an 18. Yeah,
Woo!
you get to the button without... You get to the button rather gracefully. Keeping your balance like if you were some kind of cat or something.
Like I was some kind of balance person.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna call down to Doyle and I'm going to tell him, uh, specifically, I'm going to say, Sir Doyle, I need you to keep an eye out around there for any changes in the room as I press this contraption. Can you handle that?
Doyle, salutes you and he's like, aye, sir, and he just, he kind of does the thing where he looks around the room.
Press it.
Yeah. Okay. You press the button, and as you do, there is there's around, let's see, I'd say, next to where you pressed the other button, you can't hear it, but you can see you can see, like, the, wall opening up.
Ha! Magic my ass. I'm going to quickly, move down to my rope and slide down it.
Okay, legit. You slide down the rope and, yeah, I don't know. You slide down the rope easily.
And then once I'm at... Actually, yeah, I'll keep the grappling hook on the thing. I'll just keep the rope hanging down for now, just in the event I need to press the button again. So I will approach the doorway, whatever the fuck open. We'll look at it, and I will examine it.
Right. Alright, so yeah, you approach the doorway, and, Doyle is, looking rather surprised, though, as you pretty obviously noticed it. He doesn't, he doesn't inform you. He's like, well, you already saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he kind of follows you to investigate it, and, yeah, so it's a doorway-sized passage, probably a bit smaller. It probably wouldn't fit it probably wouldn't fit, like, a really, really, like, basically I'm saying it's a thin passage. Like, it's even in your armor you could fit into it, but if you were, like, much larger, you'd have to, like, squeeze, to fit
Or
in
if I
there.
were, like, wearing plate armor or something really bulky.
Yeah, exactly. If you're wearing anything more bulky, or if your character was any bigger, you'd have to, like, an orc. An orc probably couldn't even fit in the passage.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right. And is it small in that I'd have to crouch, or is it small in that I'd have to, like, move, like, squeeze myself in, but I can still stand? Like,
Yeah,
high.
it's all that you have to squeeze yourself in. It was obviously made for humans, or at least something that height. But it's a
Elves. I knew it.
Well, I think I'm gonna say from the height of the passage, you say probably the average height elf would have to duck down a bit. It'd be
Oh.
kind of awkward for them.
Half elves that mated with dwarves.
God damn it.
Yeah, I figured out your plan. I'm going to tell Doyle to guard this passageway. I may need him to pull me through in the event of Cthulhu, and I will investigate myself.
Alright, you allow Doyle to stay behind, and yes, you continue onwards. So as you go
Oh,
through,
actually,
huh?
real quick, um, because I have to squeeze myself around, it's going to be short, like short of space. Before I enter, I'm going to draw my sword and point it into the passageway, so that if anything fucks with me, it's like, yeah, I got a sword in your way, bitch. What you gonna do now?
Uh, Sounds reasonable. Oh, also, on the note of passageway, as you go in, you can kind of it's still kind of thin, but there's the beginning of the passageway is a little wider, and you can see that on the other side of that of the stone is kind of a lever, like one you could pull. That the
Ah,
one that went out.
yes,
Um, yeah,
I see. That's suspicious.
yeah,
So the lever would probably open and close the thing from this side, I assume.
right, right.
So why did the button down here not work?
Hmm.
Suspicious. Um, I will continue on. I will specifically not pull the lever because I don't want the door to close.
Yeah, that's reasonable. All right, so you continue on into the dark passage. I was going to call it dank because that's a thing D&D likes to do, but actually, you can tell from this passage that it's not dank. It's um actually I'll do a roll. Yeah, okay. Once again, your investigation roll worked out. So yeah, this
I thought you
passage.
were doing a dankness roll to determine how dank it was.
No, but your character doesn't know a ton about dirt, but this dirt's like certainly settled passageways. Probably been here for a while. The dirt isn't like soft or anything. You know. So yeah, you could certainly guess that the pathway has been here a while, perhaps even as long as the castle existed. But obviously you don't know that. It's just
It probably has.
uh, quite possibly.
It seems
Um,
like the kind of thing that the person who built the castle would have secretly put in just so we could pull this kind of bullshit. When I
yeah.
get out, I'm asking how old this castle is, and if the architect's still alive, I'm gonna go cut his hands off.
Oh wow. All right. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Anyways, yeah, so after a while of traveling through the thin passageway, there's kind of a lack of anything that attacks you. All the passageway is all thinned out, so you the oh wait. Whatever. For that, I'll say it's fine because the other room was kind of lit. But I think once you get out of where the pathway is kind of like really thin, I'll go ahead and mention that it's pretty dark in here. There's not really any like active light sources.
I'll reach into my backpack. I assume this is going to be hard to do in such a small passageway, but I'll take the time to reach into my backpack and I'll pull out my lantern.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I remember you had candles. I forgot you had a lantern. All right, cool.
I bought the expensive one.
Yeah. Well,
No, no, I bought the cheap one. I forgot. My bad. The oil was so expensive that I skimmed on the lanterns. It was not a very good lantern, but fuck it.
Yeah. Whatever. It's fine. See how you pull out your lantern and light it. It's not the best lantern, but it lights up the pathway. And as I was
Cthulhu
saying,
happens.
eventually huh?
I said, and Cthulhu happens.
No. As a mystery involved this isn't this isn't Call of Dungeons and Dragons, whatever that was called. This isn't medieval
Dungeons
Call
and
of
Cthulhu.
Dungeons and Cthulhu. Yeah, that'd be pretty intense. No, Cthulhu doesn't happen. But as the pathway does widen out a bit, you see a room and straight ahead there seems to be a tunnel. But aside from that, this room is widened out. It's kind of built in like well, it's not really built it's pretty much still all cave and stuff. But in the middle of the room there appears to be like a I want to call it a pedestal. It's like it's basically this like big stone thing in the ground, and there's little indentations like something was there. Probably like a sword or something like that.
Oh, natural. This sounds like something that I will have to put my sword in if I want to progress.
Oh, well, I mean, you could try that, but I think more of my implication was the sword has been there rather than, but I mean, you
Has to
could try
be
it.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, fuck it. I'll shove my sword and see what happens. Does anything happen?
You put your sword onto the pedestal in the middle of the room, and no, it
Oh,
just.
well, good. I get to keep my sword.
Yeah.
Look around. Are there any other exits?
Let's
Slash
see.
anything else in the room?
You look around, and yes, there appears to be a tunnel opposite from the one you came from.
Anything else in the room? Just the pedestal?
Um, yeah, just the pedestal. There appears to be on the walls. There appear to also be like little places for torches to sit, but you know, there's not there's not any torches except for like I'll say one of them has a torch in it, but obviously the torch, the torch hasn't been capable of burning in a very long time. It's rotted and stuff.
Fair. So, what I'm taking from this room is there was a sword here and now something has it.
Yeah,
And I
maybe.
don't like that. I don't care how long ago the thing acquired the sword, the thing has the sword.
Yeah.
So, I will stab it if it comes at me. The green is probably a person. The green. I was typing green in chat. The sword is probably a person. Green's probably a person, guys. I imagine. But anyway,
Yeah.
um, I will. I will laugh at the torch for being impudent. First off, and then I will enter the new passageway, same way as before. Sword hand out, lantern hand up behind me, lighting the way in front of me, and stab it and get to my way.
Sounds legit. Let's see. Also, yeah. If actually, it's like if this D20 continues to be so like overly competent, like this roller, I might switch to another one because it's rolling high constantly. But whatever. For this one,
Use
I'll give it to you.
use the Brock Jones roller.
Okay. Um, but anyways, yeah. For this one, I'll give it to you. So once again, you succeed in investigation roll, and you can say from when you enter this tunnel. Well, admittedly, this one's a little more obvious. The dirt is very quickly becomes much softer, as if this tunnel has been more recently dug out.
Oh, was that tunnel to this room like a panic room or something? Like,
Hmm.
because if this tunnel here is being dug out more recently, then that means that the only entrance to that room was through the treasury. So that makes me think that it was like a panic room for like the king to go in, and then the sword was his last line of defense.
This is certainly a possibility.
Suspicious. Um, I will stab my sword into the ground. Is it wet? So
Let's
it's obviously new, but has any moisture been leaking into this hallway?
let's see. Let's
I basically want to know like how far away from the castle I've gotten. If I'm still technically like under the castle, or if I've gone into like the outside-ish kind of area.
All right. I okay. So I'm actually confused on what that would Unfortunately, don't, like, as much as I should know as a TM, I don't quite know what moisture would mean for the ground, so I'll check on that.
It would basically, if the ground was moist, it would mean that rainwater has been seeping into the passage. So it means there's nothing above it.
Okay, let's see. I'd say that, probably there's not immediately moisture, but probably a little later on. Like you're probably under the castle for like a good, well, actually with your initial tunnel. Yeah, no, I'll say when you stab your sword into the ground, there's a bit of moisture there.
Okay, so this officially not supposed to be here,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. To be fair, the other one shouldn't be here, but whatever. You know, architects and kings, you know, they do their weird shit. So I will continue down this passageway. I will find $5 says, here we go. I'm betting everybody here. $5 says it opens into someone's house and their hand gets cut off by me. Like, there's going to be sitting there looking. I'm going to be like, hey, what's up? Off. Hand off. There you go. They will never fap again. Continue.
Sounds reasonable. Let's see. Okay, so so you continue onwards with the passage and see out actually. Okay. This ruler does seem to be coming out with much more even numbers, but I'm not actually sure what I was rolling it for anyways. But I'm glad that it seems to be rolling something below a 10.
I'm not glad at that. That doesn't make me happy at all.
Well, that's pretty relevant. But of course, when you get to combat, you can roll your own dice anyways, so,
Woo.
you know.
Because
But,
I do have my own dice.
right. DJ does indeed have his own dice. Okay, so, yeah, if we, roll a random thing. Alright, so as you continue onward down the passageway, I'm trying to, oh yeah, I know, okay, sorry, I was just trying to think of a thing. Okay. You're going down the passageway, and you're on what that would be. Some of these stuff I don't fully know. So I might have to look at it. Stuff like, you know, passive whatever. Passive
Well, it is a
wisdom
new system,
perception.
so.
Yeah. I guess I actually need to check how passive perception works. Oh no, spoilers. It might be relevant. Oh wait, actually no, it wouldn't be passive perception anyways, because you're actively, like, looking at in front of you and stuff. I assume you're probably, like, proceeding on with a bit of caution.
Yeah, and I don't have anything. Oh, well, I do have perception training, so I wouldn't know what it is actually. But yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah,
Who knows?
indeed.
I think my passive perception is just my wisdom modifier. So.
Right. I believe you're correct. So that's not, it's not too high, but, we will see. I'm actually trying to. I think it's not showing me as me on the thing. I don't know why Twitch does that. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's showing my messages. That's fine, person, and welcome back up. It's not showing my messages, whatever.
Yeah, it's not. Get
Okay.
wrecked. Maybe you
Then,
banned yourself like a scrub.
I'm pretty sure I didn't, but like there are random I'd have to log in and log out, and I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay, so anyways, yeah, you continue down the hallway, and it's still it's generally pretty hard to see in here, and it is like the tunnel is dug a lot wider than the other one was. It's a generally larger tunnel. And you notice as you continue onwards, you notice there appears to be a rope running along the ground at like a little above like I want to say above. It's around like it's basically one of those tripwire ropes. Is what I'm saying. It's like at that footish level thing. Maybe a little above.
Cool. Good job on my perception roll then. Look at where it goes on both sides.
Let's see. Yeah, one side's just kind of I don't know, holding it taut, and the other side you examine where it goes, and it appears that it goes. Let's see. You examine the rope, and it appears that it goes up to the ceiling.
Does it then go into the ceiling?
Yeah, it goes into the ceiling.
That makes me think that it'll drop something from the ceiling or make an alarm in the house that might be above me. Step over it. I was gonna cut it to activate it, but I'll pass. Step over it.
Okay. Yeah. You step over it easily, and yeah.
And then I will scoff at its failure.
You scoff at it, and the trap feels bad. It's probably gonna cry later.
Hey, Night Striker, you missed everything. I've already killed like 8 dragons.
Hey, Night Striker. But,
I'll write up like a summary form in the chat. But I want to continue forward.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. You do proceed to, continue forward. And as you continue forward, you hear, let's see. Yes, as you continue forward, you find a room with you finally find a you finally get out of this, like, you're still kind of in the passage, but there appears to be a split in the path. One of them continues to lead forward, and one of them one of them leads to a staircase forward, well, a pseudo staircase, more like a ramp, I guess, in the case of the tunnel, and one of them leads to the left where there's a door.
Oh, fucking wonderful. I love doors.
I assume so, yeah. Yes, I was kind of drawing a map. Come to think of it, I should actually continue with said drawing of the map, because I kind of forgot to keep doing this.
That's a map of the town currently on the screen, right?
Wait, well, it's supposed to be. Let me see if I can.
I don't have it up, so I don't know if you drew something else after.
Oh. Let me actually see what's currently showing on the screen. It looks like it's showing what it's supposed to, but, like, on my screen, it, fucked up. So, like, it was showing, like, my background. I was like, that's not how Microsoft Paint works, huh?
I said, yeah, it is now. Get ready.
Oh, okay, it was for...
Did you control V like a screenshot or something?
No, I didn't. It literally did that for, like, no reason. Yeah, actually, oops, I should have, no, I should, but I think I'll go, see, before I did that, I'll, go ahead and save this completely amazing image as, town, save, okay, and then, now we can delete it, and I can totally, like, draw a new thing for this tunnel, not that it's all that complicated yet. So far, yeah. So you can keep talking about what you're gonna do or whatever, but I just figured, like.
Question: is there light coming from the ramp well or the door. Either one. Or both.
Um, let's see. Well, the ramp, well, there is light, but it doesn't look like candlelight or anything. It doesn't appear there's any more blockades between here and, what is probably the, just outside.
Hmm. And the doorwell, any light from there?
Um, the doorwell. There is. Let's see. There is not any light coming from the doorwell now.
Okay. I will approach the doorway. And I will put my ear to the door.
Okay. Let's see. Most amazing map right here.
I've watched you start over the tunnel like 3 times. Is it that hard? I assume there wasn't enough room going up and down.
Yeah, there wasn't. But, okay, so anyways, you listen at the door, and, for a while you don't hear anything, but, you do eventually hear, a, small rustling sound.
Okay. As is standard for my type of character, which is a knight. Yeah, Night Striker. Well, I mean, kind of Night Striker, but it's a tabletop game, not really a board game. This is how it works. It's like basically we're playing make believe, but for adults.
That's pretty accurate. That's generally what tabletops is.
So as is standard for a night, I will. How wide is this passage that I'm currently in next to the door? Can I shift around and move side to side, or am I still squeezed into a small space?
Oh no, yeah, this is a I don't know if the map is the most accurate, but it's
Nothing. Keep going. Sorry, it was unrelated. I just found something funny.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is the character sheet of it. Oh wait, it's not even fuck it. But yeah, I don't know if the map really helps any, but the yeah, this is basically the basically it does open up. Yeah, it opens up a bit more. So there's enough room to not be squeezed in the hallway. You don't have to awkwardly open the door or anything.
Green, I just want to point out that your drawing looks like a dick ejaculating all over the screen.
Does it?
Kind of, to me. Maybe I have a weird mind, but I've been laughing at that for a while. So yeah, it kind of does.
God damn it! I'll redraw that.
Get wrecked. So yes, okay. Since I have some room, I will do standard night protocol, and I will kick the door down.
Jeez, that's pretty intense. Alright, let's see.
And then I will, yeah, Cup saying that's a pretty intense map made me look at it, and then I saw that. But, yes, I will, kick it down and then shove my lantern and sword in. Not, stabbing-wise, but I just want to, shine everything and also put my sword in dueling stance.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so that is still a really bad drawing, but perhaps that one looks a little less awkward.
Yeah, looks less like a penis.
Alright, good. So, now that looks less like a penis, okay, so yeah, you easily kick the door open, and let's see. Actually, you know what I forgot to do? Does this thing actually have any the D&D rule thing? Does it have any section for monsters? I never really checked that.
No, not really.
Okay, I guess I'll have to use the 4 monsters and assume that maybe level them closer to what I think would be right on the 5e scale. But yeah, I kind of forgot to check on that. Now I'm thinking, I'm like, monsters are kind of relevant, aren't they? If I like, I can't really just throw a thing at you and be like, oh, it's not a there's no goblins or anything. Just nothing happens. It's fine. Okay, so
Well, I mean, the statistics and things still work the same as 4E, so I assume we can just use 4E monsters, and it'll
right.
work fine.
Right. Well, the main thing I noticed is you seem to have, unless I'm misreading your health, you seem to have considerably less health than you do usually in 4E for your kind of class.
Um, yeah, health is like, fuck, I don't remember how to determine it. Yeah, it's a completely different system because it's like hit die, and you get
Right.
hit die depending on your class. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. That's how. Yeah, it is weird, but that's how it used to work. So you roll like a 1d10 every time you gain a level.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, with this you get the maximum of it as permanent health, and then when you're healing, is when you roll the die. So
I'll
by
have to double check the system. I didn't. Huh.
Yeah, well, I remember reading it because I made my character myself, and it said that my hit die for my class is 1d10, and it said you get your maximum of your total hit die as max HP plus your
Hmm.
Constitution. So that's why I have 11.
Okay, interesting. I'll double look into it later, but yeah, yeah, we'll definitely, I assume you're right. Like I said, I'll look into it later, but I assume you're right. It was probably just your maximum, and the hit die is actually the healing factor, but alright, so, then, yeah, I should probably, let's see, where's my, yeah, I suppose I can just go over here and grab my monster
Squeaky, squeaky
manual.
chair.
Yes, my squeaky chair. Let's see. Ah, no.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, it turns out that apparently I somehow managed to move my key in front of where I have, like, my monster manual.
That takes skill.
Yeah. That does take skill.
Green now has wireless headphones too, so he can hear me even when he's all the way over there.
Yeah. I indeed can. And I can hear things and I can do things and it's great, but I'm still like, oh yeah, I have my own dice too, but I'm still not going to use them because my dice suck and seem to have a tendency of being extremely biased. And so I don't like using them because, yeah. I don't like using them because I swear some days they just, like, some days they just, like, don't roll. Like, some days they roll really good rolls, and then some days they, like, roll, like, stuff like 3 sixes in a row or something. I'm like, damn.
Wrecked.
Okay. Here we are. Okay. So I'm being bad at my job. Let's see. So you open the door and
No, correction. I destroyed
kick
the door.
down. You just okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'll actually do a. I guess I should technically do a roll on that. Of course, yeah, you guys are pretty freaking strong, so you have no problem, kicking the door open, and as soon as you do,
Green looking through his book to pick a random thing to kill me.
I was actually considering that, but I'm thinking I'm probably just going to, yeah. You, like, kick the door open, and, as soon as you do, it appears, yeah, okay. Yeah, you kick the door open, and, on the other side of the door is a bandit who appears to be rather startled, and he was counting, was counting golden coins. Like, say a bandit. I guess it's just a human person, but I guess you could assume he's a bandit because he's I don't know. But yeah, it's a human dude, and he's like, kind of in the corner of the room, like, sitting next to a box, just like counting out coins, and is very startled as you kick the door open, and in one of those like horrible like Cockney accents, he's like, "A Tuesday." I can't do that.
Get wrecked.
But anyways,
let's call Luke in for this. Luke speaks Cockney.
Yeah, but anyways, he's like, "A there."
Tuesday. Who the fuck's in my house? It's not really Cockney. That's just horrible.
It's pretty hilarious though, but yeah, it's not.
I forgot I don't have a shield. I was about to say I throw my lantern at him and draw and patch my shield on, but I don't have a shield, so I guess I'll keep the lantern. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll point my sword at him, and in typical, I used to be an officer in the military, I'll scream really loudly at him to put his hands up, and to get onto his knees, or I'll cut his hands off. Or I guess I'll say, or I'll kill him.
Yeah. That's pretty legit. Anyways, yeah, you I suppose once again I should, let's see. This one's not really very hidden. I'm going to leave this one up to the dice. So I'll let you roll an intimidation roll.
Ooh, do I have intimidation trained?
I'm not entirely certain. Let us look at your
I do.
Sheet.
Yep.
You do. So yeah, it's plus your charisma. Wow, your charisma is actually one of your higher stats. So you would gain a
specifically for this. I gain a +4, which makes me a 19 total because I rolled a 15.
Okay. Yeah. So as you burst in screaming at the bandit, just like, get down. He's like,
get down on the ground! Stop it! Get down on the ground! Drop the weapon! Drop the bag of coins! It's a weapon! Drop the weapon!
Yeah, he's so startled that he doesn't even manage to pull out his weapon, and with your weapon pointed at him, he just like, he just like throws his hands up and gets on his knees. And it's like, he's just like, damn it.
I will walk up to him, slam the door closed behind me, just in case there's someone behind the door.
Right.
Look around the room. Is there anyone else in there?
You look around the room, and no, there doesn't appear to be anyone else in here.
Okay, I will walk up to the guy and I will punch him in the face with my lantern hand. Probably shout, get down on the ground again. Even though he basically is. Set the lantern down. And I'm going to go about the process of, with sword always in hand, I'm going to basically cut his shirt off. Ooh, it's going to be kinky. But I'll cut his shirt off and I'm going to tie his hands with it since I didn't bring my rope with me like a fucking moron. I knew there was a reason I should have took my fucking grappling hook down, but yeah, I'm gonna tie his hands with his own shirt.
Alright, sounds legit. At first I was wondering why we were cutting his shirt, but yeah, you punch him in the face, and he's just like, oh, what the bloody hell did you do that for?
What the bloody hell did you do that for? I will not respond to him. Okay. He does not deserve the response of someone as noble as I with my donkey.
So yeah, you cut his shirt and then tie his hands, and the guy's just kind of like, the fuck. The bloody hell.
I'm going to take any daggers or hidden weapons he has and throw them into a corner of the room, basically.
Let's see. Yeah, he has a, let's see. Jeez, why would he have that? Oh, I guess they're throwing daggers. No, I'm just gonna give him my own weapons. Because I was looking at the monster manual, because they have, like, you know, they have basic templates for things like, you know, different things, and the template for bandits gives them a mace and 4 daggers. And I
Oh,
just
wow.
realized they were supposed to be throwing daggers, but at first I was like, what the fuck would they have 4 daggers? That's like, isn't that a little redundant?
In the event that one of them gets dropped out of fear, they could just draw another.
Yep, that's how you do it. But no, okay, so yeah, you search him and he just has like, he has a, sword, which is pretty obvious, and you, like, yeah, you do take that to the side, and he also has a, you find a, hidden dagger. You actually find that when you, cut his shirt, and, that one was clearly, like, that one was clearly for when he doesn't have a sword in town to, like, you know,
Yeah.
go around and, like, draw at people and be like, I'm gonna shank you if you don't give me your purse.
So, I knew that someone had the sword on the pillar, and it was this guy. Pro tip.
Perhaps. Though, to be fair, as you look at the sword, the sword looks like a standard, short sword.
Oh, well. Well, fuck this guy for having standard stuff.
uh,
So I will, fuck. I was gonna say I'm gonna grab him by, like, his shirt, but that doesn't work anymore. I'll grab him by his hair, and I will slam him against the doorway, basically. Put my sword to his throat, and say, "Who are you working for?"
Jeez, talk about some police brutality. Uh,
It's the medieval ages. Come on, there's no, like, law against beating up people who did crimes. Like, literally, he
yeah.
stole from the Baron. When he gets home, they're literally gonna cut both his hands off.
That is a
Or
fair.
kill him.
Yeah, that is a fair point. It's you know it's just kind of funny because yeah you're but yeah that is a fair point. It's not exactly like this guy has much to look forward to at this point. So okay, so you pretty much slam against the wall, and what'd you ask me in
Who's
where?
working for?
Hmm. Okay.
I'm
So
pretty sure he's not working for anybody, but it's the first thing you ask.
yeah. I'll go ahead and actually this should be oop. I don't know. So, you slam his face against the door, and you know you scream out who he's working for, and those faces, those you know those faces kind of getting a bit bloody at this point.
Oh, I'm not
You
gonna slam
know.
him that hard.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't trying to hurt him. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I am lawful neutral.
Right.
The punching him was just to stun him, so I could tie him up. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, actually try and hurt him when he's restrained.
Okay. That yeah, I misunderstood. Okay, that explains it. That changes the yeah. That's why it was like police brutality. Because I imagine you're like slamming his face against the door like an attack.
No,
Okay.
it was more like shoving him against the door.
Right. Okay. That's reasonable. Okay, so you know actually I should do another. Okay, so once again you do a you try and intimidate him, and well he does he's like he's hmm. I don't know why I'm having trouble like speaking his line anymore. I'm trying to think the accent in my head, and I'm like, what was it again? It was really bad. I can't do an accent.
It's a dumb accent. I wasn't even doing the right one, so don't even worry about it.
Okay.
I can't do a Cockney accent. It doesn't work.
That's fine.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
anyone can. I think it's technically impossible.
It probably is. But yeah, he's just like I'm not working for anyone. But yeah, yeah. It's, your passive what that be considered? I think your passive insight. Yeah, you're well, not really passive, but you're kind of interrogating, so I assume your character naturally uses insight on body language or whatever, which you rolled an exceptionally high, and this guy looks like he acted surprisingly shifty when you asked him if who he was working for.
Hmm. All right. I'm kind of wishing that I had picked true neutral, like all my other characters, so I could begin interrogation. Quote unquote advanced interrogation. But I am lawful, so I will pull him away and shove him against the door again. Once again, not trying to bloody his face, scream, Jesus. But I am going to show that I don't believe him by pushing him against the door, and say, what was it? Was a ramp, right? The other way was a ramp. I'm going to ask him what's up the ramp. What's up the ramp? How to get burned?
Alright, let's see. Yeah, you you ask him about the ramp, and he's just like, "Oh, the ramp leads to the outside, so we can safely get away with the gold." And I mean that's not
you
even,
said we, bitch. At that point, I'm going to pull him back away from the door, open the door, shove him through, and be like, okay, here's the deal. You tell me who you're working with, or you're going to walk down that hallway, and at the end is a guy who is really twitchy, and he's going to stab you with a pike, okay? He's not going to be as nice as me. There's your choice.
some every choices. I guess this one's a little more obvious, so I'll go ahead and let you roll your intimidate again. So lots of rolling intimidate in this one.
My dice fell off my desk, so I'm not going to use that roll. I'm going to roll it again. I rolled a 19, but I'm going to roll it again.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I rolled an 8 this time. 8 plus my 2, and then my another 2, so 12.
12. Alright. 12. Let's see. You are threatening him with a dude who's gonna, stab him with a pike.
Yes.
I'm trying to think how persuasive your argument is against his argument, what the bonuses and whatnot, if those are a thing that I'd apply here. Yeah, I'm going to, I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, you wanted him to go up the ramp, I think?
No, I wanted him to tell me who he's working with, or I'm going to force him back towards Doyle.
Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, he finally, he finally kind of, breaks down the thing. He's like, "Oi, alright, I don't really recognize and enjoy being stabbed. I don't reckon I'd enjoy dying today." Oh, he's rolling on, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, he's like, "Hey, have you ever..." Okay. That's not it. That's not what I was bringing up here.
Direct. While you determine what he says next, I'm going to go be right back and check on everything that I have to deal with in real life.
That's pretty fair. That didn't take long. So, yeah, the man, looks he looks rather nervously, but he sighs and he's like, have have you ever heard of a man named Jasan Fodel?
I don't know, Green. Have I heard of a man named that?
That's a fair point. And, let's see, due to your... Let me bring this up. That's interesting. They took off the streetwise ability, didn't they?
I remember reading something about it. I think it was put into another skill, but I don't know what it would have been put into.
Let's see.
It doesn't look like it was. No, I think it's just gone.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might have been merged into survival,
Interesting.
but that's just a guess at this point.
Yeah, yeah. It's a reasonable possibility. All right. I'll just go ahead and say that no, you haven't heard of him.
Wow. So I'll look at the guy and I'll say, yes, I have, but explain it for everyone else involved in a very clearly sarcastic way.
The man looks confused at first and looks around. But after saying it's like, yes, just Jasan Fodel. He in certain groups is known as the Bandit Lord. He
Oh. Very creative, that name.
I know, right? Bandit's not known for being the most creative.
They should try harder.
Probably should.
Okay, I'll let him finish.
Yeah, so he's known as the Bandit Lord, and he's he's someone that most of the local bandits work for, as just he generally provides a more organized banditry for a cut of the gold of the loot.
Okay. I will now ask him, where's the Bandit Lord? I was going to say the guy's name, but I forgot the guy's name. So where is the Bandit Lord? Where is he located? Where is his base of operations? Where can I find him? And maybe, just maybe, I'll walk back with you so Pike Guy doesn't stab you in the throat.
Let's see. You ask him about said thing, and he shakes his head and he's like, "Oi, I've said too much already."
All right, I'll just
huh?
Just gonna interrupt him and just push him down the hallway and go, "Okay, have fun." You at any point start walking back this way and I'll stab you myself.
Jesus. Alright, so you shove him down the hallway and, that's... I'm not... I don't even... So yeah, you shove him down the hallway, towards the guy, and towards Doyle.
The most fearsome name in history.
Yes, the most fearsome guard out there. All right, so
Doyle,
assuming
the knight who guards the hallway outside the kitchen.
Indeed. So, let's see. So yeah, what would you do if he
One
did
second.
proceed to start, huh?
Sorry about that. That's why I've been
No.
having to go back and forth because there's people over. But
Oh.
so what was I? What did you say? What did you ask?
Let's see. Okay. Well, assuming that he didn't like, proceed to head back, what would you do?
Um, I mean, if he just stands there, I'm just gonna like cross my arms and look at him. If he walks towards me, I'm gonna pull my sword out, show him that I'm not joking about stabbing him.
No, I
Um,
mean he kind of more like fucks off down the hallway.
oh yeah, towards Doyle, let him, fuck him.
Yeah. Okay.
Doyle probably won't kill him, so whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Guy will get arrested. Everyone else will probably interrogate him just fine. I'm gonna go out the ramp and I'm gonna mark out where outside this place is.
Right. Sounds reasonable. Also, as for the comment of this looking difficult, for one, I'd honestly say, like, it's kind of hard, like, Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletops are a bit hard to get into, but they're a lot easier once you get the base of how to play them down. Though 107 pages, like, that's actually kind of small. Right now, it's basically the beta of the instructions. There's probably going to be a larger, like, Dungeon Master manual that's going to come out when they finally, finish everything.
And you've also got to remember that's literally just the base instruction book. That doesn't include all the monster manuals and the players manuals and the settings manuals and all
Right,
of the
right.
expansions.
Yeah, exactly. I
Green's got
actually,
like an entire chest full of fourth edition books. It's got like 500 of them, I think, is what you're up to now.
wow, no, I don't have that many. Though, actually, on the note of setting manual, like, I don't know how good they are, but I think one of these days I might actually just try one of the, pre-made settings, just because I actually have books for those kind of things, and I'll at least
Maybe.
read through them and see if they're any good, and if they aren't, like, stupid, I'll do them. If they're really super basic, like, oh no, there's an orc, go kill him, I'd be like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
All right.
it.
So, are there any landmarks outside the ramp
Let's
that I
see.
can see to like guide myself?
So you head out up through the ramp, and let's see. You can you know the area pretty well. So as you go up the ramp, you can tell that it is just a short ways into the forest outside of the town.
Wonderful. I will go back down the ramp, and I will head, back to Doyle, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
See how that situation unfolds. But uh, I have to AFK shortly. Shouldn't take more than 5-10 minutes. Entertain the people however you like, and then we shall continue without interruptions for the rest of the thing.
Alright, sounds legit. I can entertain the peoples. Well, I can probably entertain the peoples. Actually, what time is it? Yeah, no, I don't have to grab lunch or anything for a bit. When DJ comes back so he can talk to everybody, I might do that. But, anyways, how is everyone? Hopefully everyone isn't, like, finding this horribly boring, because the main thing I'm concerned about, like, I can try to explain it better, but the main thing I'm concerned about is I don't really know if we've been explaining how playing the game works that well. Oh, how many books are there? There's a lot. I really don't know. Um, I don't know if there's there's obviously a limited number of books, but there are a lot of books, on D&D, especially. Alright, glad to hear it, Cup. There's a lot of books on D&D, especially if you're not looking at a specific edition. Like, if you're looking at 5th edition, there's not that much so far. There's probably, like, 5 books, maybe less, that are out. There's just like the starter kit. But you know, if you're going back, there's like at least hundreds of books. There's monster manuals, there's dungeon master books, there's setting books, there's for third edition, it's either third or 3.5. Um, they kind of opened up the license, kind of in the way. Honestly, it's kind of in a way that Star Wars did, just not with the movie thing. But they kind of not really, because they not just anything could become canon, but they opened up their license for anyone to make Dungeons and Dragons games, or, you know, games based off of Dungeons and Dragons, or books based off of Dungeons and Dragons. So there's this really big, expansive multiverse. And there's several things. There's several things we're not even doing. I usually do my own custom campaigns. There's several worlds. There's the Thieves' World, or there's, you know, Ravenloft. Actually, I should probably do, Ravenloft's interesting. It's more like a horror setting. I might want to do it some point. It sounds really cool. Also, glad to hear it, Night Striker. And that's a good question. I guess mainly because, they're doing this, 5th edition thing. They're doing, 5th edition. So, they're basically, the 5th edition is currently, basically they're letting out the full, base rule set for free. Because 5th edition is still, it's still not really finished, per se. The base rules are there, but the base rules aren't really, finished, as far as I can tell. So they're still going to do some tweaking to 5th edition, and they're, you know, all of that. They're going to do tweaking, they're going to do new world building, they're going to do a lot of stuff with 5th edition. So they released the base rules out for everyone to give feedback on. And, you know, I was like, I kind of want to give feedback, and I kind of want to show 5th edition, since it's so new. I want to see if there's, you know, I was like, maybe there's some people out there who are actually interested in Dungeons and Dragons. I kind of wanted to do a video for a while, but I wasn't really sure where to start. So starting with a setting, starting with something that just came out seemed like a really good start, you know. See how 5th edition is, kind of do my usual, let's play sort of thing where I kind of give my opinion on it. To be fair, the only thing about it is so far, I like a lot of the things they added, but so far, with the way we're playing it, it's not that different from 4. But I like the way they build characters. It's actually pretty interesting. Though DJ's always good at building characters, so I guess that's a thing, but, you know, I still like their character building. And what level am I? I'm the DM, and I don't contain a level. DJ is level 1, because he just started, because we're playing 5th edition. So, you know, no one's very high level. I mean, you could claim I'm god level, I'm the DM, but, you know, usually I don't really actively do anything. I'm the, you don't know much about Dungeons & Dragons. As the DM, I'm basically the storyteller, you know. I'm the storyteller of the adventure. You know, I control all of the NPCs, monsters, all of the dungeons, you know. The world is, basically, I make the world, and the player proceeds to complete, you know, something in the world. You know, so yeah, that's basically it. I come up with a story, and then I, set the main characters you know, as the players, and, you know, the cool thing about that is it's not as straightforward as you think it sounds, because, I mean, they're actively playing the story. So, though I came up with a story, it can drastically change, you know, and obviously it's a game, so like DJ's character could die in the story. DJ's character could like become a god in the story. DJ's character could somehow become king, or he could somehow fall to poverty. There's lots of stuff that could happen that I wasn't really planning on. Uh, for all I know, he could fail to catch this bandit lord. Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess all of the bitches belong to me. But if you want to claim it that way, sure. Oh, alright. But, anyways, admittedly, this early in the game, all of the possibilities I'm putting forth are a little more unlikely. Like, DJ probably isn't going to become, like, a god or anything in the first session. That's a little unheard of, but, But there's a lot of things. So, fail, succeed, and also I guess it's kind of in the way he solves it. Like he could have solved it, but he solved it this way. But obviously he could have done something like gone around town to try and find hints, or you know, maybe he like I said, he could have wasted. He could have wasted time until something happened. Like he could have just hung out in the he could have just hung out in the place. He could have just hung out in the treasury until something happened, or until something failed to happen. Lots of cool stuff, in my opinion. But I'm kind of rambling on it because I love D&D. Like it's really I find it really interesting the way that the overall, like, how open it is like so hard to imagine, because that's probably what I like about that, because you can't really get that with games these days, or like or it's like impossible, because as much as I love games, they can't actively expand like this. They can't, the entire universe can't change around your decisions. There's always has to be some limitation. I mean, But, so I like D&D because there's not really any, whatever. I also think I did dumb. Oops. Oh, well, I didn't really need the picture of the town anyways. Let's see what I can, see if I can find anything interesting to draw for you guys. I can try and draw, like, really bad Rainbow Dash picture. Oh, man, I'm so good at drawing. Fuck.
Whoa, guess who's back?
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. I took to trying to draw stuff, and it didn't. I'm not very skillful at it.
I'll get wrecked.
Here, though, look. I drew thing. I drew another less tappy thing.
I got a small snack, so
Oh.
I am fueled now.
Cool.
I was about to walk back in my room, and I was like, you know what? While I'm gone, I'm gonna grab a little chocolate bar thing